Welcome back, my friends. My name is Eric, and this is Rome Explores. And today we are watching some video footage of my third flight ever. No, I take that back. Fifth flight ever, I think, of my DJI Avata 2 drone. So we are in Alamogordo, New Mexico, right on the edge of town. We got the mountains headed up to Cloudcroft, I think. I've forgotten. Anyway, and Lincoln County, Jesse James, all that sort of stuff, the Lincoln County Wars. So the DJI Avata 2 is an FPV drone, which means you fly it looking through some first-person goggles, essentially, right? So you're flying it using the view from the camera at the front of the drone. And so I was trying to get kind of a better feel for it. It's got an interesting kind of controller that's a little bit like a VR controller more than a traditional drone controller. So I thought I'd do kind of my own little, Star Wars trench run there to see how well it works, how maneuverable it is, and I liked it a lot. Now, down there in the deal, I forgot to put up the little extra antenna on the headset, and I was beginning to get just a little bit of distortion in the camera. I was beginning to lose the signal because we were down in there. And so I decided to pop it back up, and now we're just kind of following the trails a little bit, some of the bigger trails, and we're just going to kind of get a better idea of kind of the overview of the area. You can see the drone there on the shadow. So I go to Alamogordo usually twice a year for anywhere from 10 days to 2 weeks. My dad retired there, and so I come down to visit him for Christmas and for the summer, and this happened to be my Christmas trip. And we're just following the trails that head back up into the hills in the desert. I always say Alamogordo is famous for the white sands. This is the nuclear test site, right? The Trinity site is just a little bit north of here. The Army's missile range is still, test range is still here. There's also an Air Force base in the area, and the White Sands National Park. It's an excellent space and airplane museum in town as well. You could just actually have seen it there a second ago, back up on the left on the horizon, I think. So we're flying up here on the fence. I think it's interesting to have a big fence over here because the A for Alamogordo is on private property. But we're not going to fly over it. Obviously, it's not controlled airspace or anything like that. We could easily fly over, but there's plenty of open desert out here that does not require us to fly over anybody's property. We're on county property right here where we are, right on the edge of the city. And so, yeah, I just felt we'll go somewhere else. You can see the trails just wind all the way back through here. It's a really neat area to hike. My knee wasn't doing so good that day. I don't remember which one. They're both crap, but usually one or the other decides to be a problem. And so I didn't really want to do any real rigorous hiking. So the goal is here, don't crash, because I don't have to hike up to grab it. But it is a really nice area to walk. We're just going to kind of fly up the draw here. We've got plenty of range on the antenna, although, like I said, I didn't flip up the ones on the headset, so who knows what the actual range with them in that configuration is. But we're about to run into another limitation. One I could have fixed at the time if I would have thought about it. And that is we were getting very, very close to the 400-foot altitude limit that I had set, which means that the drone wouldn't fly more than 400 feet above its starting location. It's nothing to do with its elevation above the ground. It has everything to do with the elevation over its start. And we hit it right about now, essentially. And initially, I wasn't quite sure what it was. That's why we're not going up anymore. We're there. We're 400 feet above me. Yep. There's a little comment I put in there. And I also could have backed up. This drone does have reverse. But again, I didn't think about it until afterwards. And now it's just kind of a nice flight back, so I will let you enjoy the scenery, and I'll shut up. I'm back down in the trench just because I thought it would be fitting to finish the flight as I began, as we come winding back through to some weird old man sitting on the edge of a gully in the New Mexico desert. Thanks for watching, guys. We see you next time. Cheers.